Hi, folks. Welcome to the next episode of the Moebius Adventures podcast. We call it The Loop. My name is Brian Fitzpatrick. I'm the referee or GM. For our current Tattered Magics playtest, we've been running this game since September, and just like everybody else in the world, we've kind of had to adjust. So we would usually record this at our favorite local game store, Petrie's Family Games here in Colorado Springs. But with the pandemic, we've had to move inside and shift our game to Skype. So we've been recording it via Skype for a couple of weeks now, and the game has continued. So you might notice that it is a little noisier than we previous episodes just because we have people going in and out of homes and rooms and people making noise. So we apologize in advance. But the game itself, we have a great time. So I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you are interested in anything that we're doing here at Moebius Adventures Games, we encourage you to stop by our website, which is at moebiusadventures.com. That's Moebius adventures.com. There you'll find links to all of our social media up in the upper right: Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, all the rest of it. And feel free to drop us a note there if you've got questions or want to know more. There's lots of blog posts, and we have a store there that has a little bit on each of our products. So, yeah, we have a lot going on there. We also have our Patreon page. So if you go to the Patreon website and search for Moebius Adventures, you'll find us there. Our patrons get early access and some free PDFs for our other game called Aliens and Asteroids, as well as any Tattered Magic stuff when we start releasing it. So patrons have a good thing going, and we'd love to have you there too. So ado, yeah, without further ado, we would love to just cut right into the game. So we hope you enjoy this episode, and thank you for staying in the loop. Living dangerously. So when we last left our characters in Tattered Magics, they were being accosted by a witch. Well, at least they think they were a witch. Does anybody want to kind of try to sum up what we did last week?
Coronavirus, the U.S. death toll jumped to 129 in one day.
That was very difficult to hear, so you're going to have to repeat that if you want anyone to understand the wit of it.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what.
I don't think that was meant for us. So somebody must have been talking behind Kay. So Kay's got her video off, but her audio on. So.
Oh no! It could be my internet connection has been terrible all day. So.
I see you.
Yeah, I see her. She's moving.
Yeah.
Picking her nose.
Is it?
Waving.
Always nominate Shannon as our official repeater of events.
Okay. So last time on Tattered Magics, we started off with Vikki's smile lightening up the day, and the majority of the group went to a park area running out the side door of the hospital/high school. Brooke and I were in the process of getting arrested because we ran out the other door. Is this all coming through?
Yeah.
So far? Okay. Sorry, I heard some weird feedback on mine. So anyway, we were in the process of getting arrested. John created an image of some zombies, and so the cops started shooting at that, allowing Brooke and Ryder to escape while handcuffed, and Ryder did not fall down at all. And then Alvin managed to get us free of those handcuffs, and then we met up with Reginald, our tattered contact, and he mentioned thralls, which are vampire wannabes. He kind of asked what we were all encountering. Jacob turned back into himself, and he got his bones back.
Hi.
We went to Walmart so that Alvin could get a special bracelet to get endowed with some power.
To get the power.
And then Jacob noticed that his little treehouse was being circled by this old lady, and she was dropping shiny rocks about jelly bean size. And he decided to pick them up. And when we all met in the morning, he brought that up to Alvin. And then that's when the same old lady appeared at the Bloody Pie and asked why Jacob stole those stones. And that's all the notes that I have. So if anybody wants to add to that, by all means, go for it. But that's what I got.
No, I think that's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And we did successfully make a bracelet for Alvin. So he's got a very fancy but not sparkly bracelet with my like signature carved onto it.
That's right. You had your you signed one of the little thingies, and then you actually got another one of the thingies to actually work, as I recall. It took 2 turns.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Fantastic. So the old lady that you have in front of you is how do I describe her? Well, she's about 5'2", wearing an old beat up brown coat with a fur lining. She's got a kerchief over her head and a scarf around her neck. And she's holding a special cup of coffee that you've never seen at the Bloody Pie before. It was handed to her by Athena when she walked in and gestured. So apparently she's got some kind of relationship with Athena. And she was accosting you about, why did you pick up my rocks? And I believe that good old Jacob was a little concerned by that. Might have been standing up. I don't recall whether Jacob stood up at the table or not, but you guys were looking at the rocks. I believe Alvin had the rocks in front of him. Jacob had 3 of them. They were little and blue, about jelly bean sized. Yeah. And my notes from KB. Did we decide who wants to play Jacob tonight?
Yeah, it's me, from what I
Okay.
understand.
All right.
At least I get to roll for him. What? I don't know what you're talking about. What? What? I didn't have anything to do with that. What?
Regardless of
He's
whether
ever
you
had
had anything to do with it or not, they're right there on the table. Those are mine.
What rocks? I don't see any rocks. Do you see any rocks?
Are you blind, sir?
I'm sorry. How do you know that they're your rocks?
I blessed them with the crone herself.
The what?
The crone.
Are you part of the Circle of Clarity by chance?
How do you know about the circle, young lady?
Well, Abernathy Sweetwood told me that we needed to get in contact with the Circle of Clarity. So if you know where they're at, we'd love to get in contact with them. Because, there's an infestation in Plunkett. And then I, look
Whoa.
deep into her eyes.
Whoa. So she wanders over to a table, pulls a chair, and sits at the table. And she's much lower than your booth. So her head sticks out over the table, and the rest of her body is below the table. And she starts looking at you with these intense eyes and says, "Tell me more. Where is Abernathy?"
As John, please, ma'am, please come sit here and allow me to take that chair so that you can get a better view of everyone. And I will stand up and indicate that she should sit in the booth.
I am fine where I am. These old bones don't scoot well.
Can I come sit beside you then? I'm Ryder. And I hold out my hand.
I'm Kitty.
Ooh, it looks like Kay just left the call.
Loser.
I don't know,
No.
we might have. Or is she still showing up on yours?
She's still showing up but muted. Nope, that's Kevin. So yeah, maybe we lost.
Uh-oh.
There's Vikki. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Their internet probably died.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's Kay.
Oh, okay, she's joined again. You're back.
Oh, that was weird. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
So yes, sure. If you would like to sit beside me, that would be fine.
Okay, I'm Ryder. Does she take my hand?
She nods and says, "Nice to meet you, Ryder. I am Kitty Baloo."
Kitty Baloo? That is the most adorable old lady name I've ever heard.
Kitty Baloo.
Are you calling me an old lady?
No, of course not. So anyway, you are you're part of the Circle of Clarity then?
I am familiar with them. Can you tell me
Oh.
more about Abernathy? I haven't seen him in a spell.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, he was in town. Let's see. That would have been October, I think.
Yeah, I let him out. That was me.
You let him out?
I mean, no, I saw him in town too.
Young lady. You know what you let out there, right?
Well, he's back now, so it's okay.
Okay.
He's safe inside. He like packed himself back inside the mausoleum, so I mean, he's not getting out again.
Not, huh? Okay.
Well, that's what he said.
All right.
But he's in his mausoleum if you want to go talk to him. He was singing the other day, so I'm surprised you didn't hear him.
I haven't been to the cemetery in a while. Been watching out over my friend.
Your friend's
Harriet.
Harriet?
Yes, I go visit her at the hospital every day.
Harry.
And she's still doing okay. Like there weren't any suspicious circumstances yesterday.
She's in a coma. Last I checked, she was still in a coma.
Okay.
Why? Did something change?
No, I mean as far as as long as she wasn't on the third floor, I'm sure she's fine.
What is Jacob doing during all of this? Is Jacob just sitting quietly?
Jacob is watching everything and probably just very surreptitiously trying to sleight of hand the rocks back into his pocket and walk out the door.
All right. So that would be an athletics stealth check. So he can try that at an advantage.
Athletics?
Hey, Shannon, I have a note that says you know Hope's granddaughter. And Hope was one of the founding witches of the Coven.
What?
Do you know them personally, or do you just know of them? I couldn't remember.
I know like the great granddaughter of one of the founding people.
Okay,
Rachel Harris.
Hope's granddaughter. Hope Harris, right?
Rachel.
Hope Harris was the founder. Rachel is the one that I've met.
Okay.
And she didn't like me.
So as he's trying to grab the rocks, he ends up sliding one off the table onto the floor and to bend over and to pick it up. It wasn't a fumble, but it was a 17 and an 18. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You see the old lady kind of stir her cup around in a circle, and the rock disappears under her coat.
Do I see that since I'm sitting next to her?
You can do an awareness check.
I think Alvin would do an awareness check on that one too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, you saw it.
Ooh. That's a fancy trick, Kitty.
What was that, dear?
What you just did with the stone? You just picked it up, but you didn't pick it up. That's pretty cool. Can you teach me how to do that?
I did no such thing. I merely stirred my coffee like an old lady should.
I thought you said you weren't an old lady.
I can call myself an old lady. You cannot, youngster.
Well, you can't call me youngster, ma'am.
Okay, whippersnapper.
This is going nowhere. John, talk to your kind, please.
Oh. Oh.
She's rather forthright and obnoxious. But she does make a great quiche. You have to give her credit for that amazing quiche that she did.
That's a lost art.
It really is, and so people they just don't put the time into the crust nowadays that they need to. And she did a fine job. You should ask her to make you a quiche someday if you like. And
You got a couple of hours?
That's one of those things that she does really well. It's one of the only things she does well, but we won't talk about that part. I'm grouchy today. Please remember, that's your fault.
Oh, the quiche is worn off.
Yeah.
And I was told that I would get to be grouchy the day after because of the hangover. A morale hangover.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So, really, I just don't... She means well. She comes from a good place. But there is just... She's full of that youth and vigor, I'm absolutely trying to do this, trying to distract her enough so that Jacob can get out the door.
Okay. Okay. So she's watching you, and is Jacob going to try to slide out and get out?
Yeah.
Another stealth check.
Can I?
He is. Go for it, Shannon.
Assist with stretching my arms and just kind of blocking her view as I stretch, maybe?
Sure. I'll say that's an athletics at a one die.
Okay. No.
So I try and draw.
It's not
her-
a crit failure. I didn't punch her in the face or anything, but it was definitely over.
I'll try and draw her attention to me. Excuse me, I don't recall getting your name. I'm Alvin. You are?
Kitty Baloo.
Kitty. How long have you lived in town, Kitty?
Since the 1950s.
Nice.
Since about when this school was built.
Do you live here by yourself?
Yes, I have family that moved back east.
And you said you know the crone.
Wait.
No, I didn't say I know the crone.
Oh.
I said that I blessed the stones with the crone's help.
So you know where to find the crone? Would you be willing to introduce us?
It's an odd request. Do an education check, Alvin.
Yeah.
Does John need to do an education request, or does John totally know what she's talking about?
Considering that this is witchcraft and not really
it's mythology.
It's Wiccan has a lot of mythology in it. So
I got a 2.
Okay, so you know that there are 3 aspects that the witches deal with.
Great D&D dice.
The crone, the
mother, mother and maiden.
Mother and maiden. Yeah.
It's like the 3 fates. There's the old one, the middle-aged one, and the young one.
Oh, matron magic, maiden, and mother.
Yeah, maiden, mother, and crone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. So this is not a real person. This is a.
I beg your pardon.
Aspect.
It's an aspect. Sorry, don't I look a fool?
It's okay, Alvin.
She's just looking at you funny as you ferret your way or figure out that little piece out.
Well, did I at least successfully distract her from seeing Jacob get away?
It depends on what Jacob rolled.
Not even a little bit. Nope, absolutely not. He's trying to get by, And with a 15 and an 18 again, because I played Dungeons and Dragons with these dice last,
Uh-huh.
so I wanted them to roll high. So they're
Mhm.
still stuck on that.
I see.
And so he totally kicks her chair on his way out the door.
And where do you think you're going?
I have left something outside. And he walks to the door. He just continues to walk out the door.
He'll be right back. He always does this.
Okay. So he goes outside, and I suspect he is going to transform into a bird and flap away.
Yes.
Yes. So that would be a presence check at an advantage.
Presence checking it. Let's see if my dice are still in D&D mode or if they're ready to come join the game. Yeah. Yeah, he succeeds.
Okay, so you guys may need to, pick up his clothes outside later.
Do I see this like through the window at all, or do any of us see it?
No,
Or
I'm gonna say he was nervous, but he stepped aside far enough down that alley to transform without anybody seeing.
Okay. All right.
So, Miss Ryder, did you mention something about an infestation? Like, are we talking rats or spiders or cockroaches?
No, it's winter. No. This has to do with vampires and possibly at least one ghoul in the graveyard.
Okay.
Do you know somebody named the Mistress?
Madame Foscari.
Vascari, yes. We're here to help, and so if you have any info that could help us, that would be helpful.
I'm not understanding who you are to have such information, young lady. Can you explain how you came to be in the midst of all of this trouble here in our tiny town of Plunkett, Wyoming?
I'm an investigator. I'm a professional.
Professional what, dear?
Investigator.
I
She's a
see.
first responder.
Thank you, Brooke. Yes, I am that too. And first responders, it's not just a medical thing. Like, I respond to everything first. Thanks,
Okay.
Brooke.
That explains a lot, actually. What exactly are you responding to here in Plunkett?
The vampires.
Vampires.
Yeah, I'm a scientist. I'm a doctor.
Got a PhD in vampirism.
So, I'll just rant off to her for like 5 minutes about how the WSO contacted me and got me here and went through all that and then got, hired by the Tattered, and now we're here. Like, I want to give her like a semi-brief summary, and by the end of it, like, I need to order a pie and a hot chocolate because I'm just totally wiped after telling my entire story to her.
I'm actually way ahead of her, and I've already asked Athena to, signal to Athena, the entire pie.
Oh, thank you. See, you're not that grumpy.
She waves from the counter and nods and brings you a bowl of whipped cream and a big cherry pie.
Oh, thank you so much, Athena. See, I get special orders too, Kitty.
Oh, no, that's for me. And I decided.
Oh. Okay.
And I slide it back to her.
So can you tell me where? So you mentioned ghouls at the graveyard.
Well, Abernathy said that there was a ghoul at the graveyard. He named her Belle or Bella, I can't remember which, but she apparently attacked one of the grave diggers, Juan, and so he's missing. And Abernathy said that it was this ghoul Belle, and that her husband is in league with the Mistress. So there's a lot going on. I'm surprised you don't know anything about this.
Oh, I know a lot, dear. I'm just trying to figure out how much you No.
Well, we all know
And-
this.
and
This is
vampires-
Alvin, and this is
Yeah.
Diana, and this is Brooke Page from Turn the Page.
Turn the page with Book Page. Hi, how you doing?
Is that what is Turn the Page?
Turn the Page, the most successful TV show from the 90s that I was in.
TV. Got it.
Yep.
So probably my children probably watched your show in the 90s.
Aww.
Actually, no.
Grandchildren.
probably
Yeah.
watched it in the
Aw.
90s.
Well, and I hand her a napkin with my signature on it. And I'm like, this will be worth some money someday.
She sets it on the table and she puts her coffee cup on it. Thank you, dear.
It's
I've
okay.
been
I'm gonna
I've
get
been
her. Let me get you a new one. Let me get you a new one. And I sign another one for her.
I'll give you my
will
extra
very-
napkins
I will
too. It's just
very
like, here, but here's some
casually-
more.
I will very casually take the any napkins that they try to give her. I will just very casually try to pull away, because I think if she is a woman, if she is a member of the circle, they probably don't want to be giving a witch their name. And so I'm just going to very casually try and pull all these things away from her without letting her know this. As a grumpy old man, I'm sure I'll be totally successful at it.
Okay, so you are not the best at being
Dexterous, subtle, sly,
subtle,
fast.
yeah,
quick.
any
All of the
any of those things. Yeah. So I'm gonna say you're at a disadvantage
Oh, dude!
for this particular bit. Yeah.
Holy crap! 10 and a 9. Yeah.
Ooh, all right. So you yank. Do you pull the one that's under the coffee cup as well as the one that Brooke
Oh,
hands to her?
Yep. Eventually, I'll just let it rip. Like I'll let
Okay.
it rip, and,
Okay.
just to try and keep it out of.
All right.
Because again, I don't trust anyone. So
She just doesn't seem to be too worried about it right now. So where did you see vampires in town?
Diana, Brooke, you guys want to take over? And I start sipping a hot chocolate that I'm assuming Athena brought over to me.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, where do we start? There was a massacre.
A massacre. Can you elaborate?
Dead people, lots and lots of dead people with removed heads and spines. There's blood everywhere.
There were 4 of them. There were not lots. There were just 4.
Walk into a room with 4 missing heads from bodies with blood all over the place, that's a lot.
Speaking of, why don't you do an awareness check?
Everybody or
Is this
This would be an advantage.
She sees dead people.
I got a nat 1.
Okay, so you see a group of 10 stern-looking ladies. No, let me change that. 9 stern-looking ladies crowding the room in ghost form behind Miss Baloo.
Stern, are they like, what age do they appear to be?
They all appear to be roughly in the same, between 30 and 90. It really varies. And some are dressed in older garb than others.
What are they doing? Just staring sternly?
It looks like they're watching you and the rest of the group, trying to make sure that maybe you don't do anything to harm Miss Baloo. Anyway,
I'm
you can
just
keep
gonna
going
ask-
talking.
I'm gonna ask Miss Blue, who her friends are. So who are
What?
your friends?
Which friends are you speaking of?
How many apparitions do I see?
You see 9.
9?
Uh,
9.
the 9 your 9 friends behind you.
9 times.
Oh, you see my guardian angels.
Your what? Guardian angels don't exist.
You are right, and yet not. These are friends from the past.
Yeah, clearly. And as I look through them,
Brooke, what are you talking about? There's nobody there. What's in your coffee?
you're right. I think this is made with I think it's decaf. And I gestured to Athena to grab me a new coffee.
She comes over with the pot. How's the pie? How's the? She
Oh.
tops off everybody's coffee.
So good. So good.
Do you need another hot chocolate there, Miss Ryder?
Yes, please. That'd be great.
Okay.
One
Hey,
moment, please.
Kitty. Let's just kind of cut to the chase here. I'm guessing
Yeah.
you're the circle, and I'm guessing that you don't like vampires, and we're here to help get rid of them. So maybe you just help us.
This is not the place to be discussing that kind of arrangement, but I do appreciate your directness. Perhaps we could meet with 2 of my other companions and have a discussion. Do you know where Miss Harris lives? I believe you might have visited with her in the past if her description of you, at least some of you, was on.
I hate to break this up, but I would like to very gently under my breast say, soft, behold, lo, where it comes again. I'll cross it, though it blast me. Stay, illusion. If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done that may to thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. And I'm trying to see if I can't sense any of these guardian angels.
How many points are you putting in?
2.
2. Okay.
Presence.
Okay. So roll and let me know what you get.
Is this is just a single die?
This is one that you haven't cast, so yes.
10, so success.
Okay.
13.
You feel the points go into the spell and then just vanish.
Huh.
Like,
all right.
you know that it was successful, but it was almost as though something intercepted the magic.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm not familiar
Victoria,
with
can you do me a favor and roll an awareness check?
All right, I'm observant, so 2 dice.
Yep.
That's a pass. 9.
Okay, so in the last half hour or so, you've noticed that John has been staring at your neck. I'm just going to leave that there.
Oh, okay. You know what? This actually happens a lot with old people. Yeah, they see the tattoos. It's okay. I'm not gonna. He's from a different time. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So Dan was trying to do one thing. You were
Okay.
trying to do something else.
They're not going to fly us out through the commercial.
And Kay, you were talking with her about the ghosts behind, and Alvin, you asked about the other thing. Was there anything hanging in the middle of that? Because we kind of got distracted. Or I got distracted.
I don't know. Did anybody else need to do anything during that or no?
Just sort of derailed.
All good.
Okay.
Ryder would just be drinking her hot cocoa, honestly.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
kind of like, as soon as she mentioned Harris, she's just like, meh.
And I'm just staring sternly at the 9 apparitions.
Okay. They notice. Uh-huh.
Do they do anything?
Oh. No.
Nope. They just noticed me staring at them. Are we having like an eye contest? Staring eye contest?
A few of them like cross their arms and start looking at you like, really?
Who does she think she is?
Exactly. Yeah. So if you have time today, I'm sure I can get the girls together at Rachel's house and we can possibly hammer out some details of an agreement.
We should not meet at Rachel's. We can meet someplace else. Perhaps the Bloody Pie is great, or I understand there's a Starbucks in town, or even 2. We could go meet there. That would be fine, like territory that nobody's laid claim to.
Or the bar. You know, neutral territory.
Neutral territory, you say?
I will actually wink at Ryder because she absolutely caught on to what I was doing, and so I'm very proud of her in this moment.
Very proud. I like it.
Ryder would totally wink back, but like super obvious.
We have an arrangement with Dan at the old geyser in town. We could go there.
That sounds just my alley.
It is near an alley, actually. But in this case, it is the oldest dive bar in town. We've had a relationship with Old Man Dan for decades. And yes, you can take that however you would like, young lady.
I will. Thank you.
And what time would suit the 3 of you?
Why don't we say 2:00?
That sounds very good to me.
Is that in the AM or the PM?
I don't do anything in the AM at 2 a.m. But that's a little early for me, young lady.
Alvin, Diana, you guys feel okay with that? Oh, you're muted, bud.
2 is fine. 2 is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Well, she creakily stands up, takes her big mug, and takes it back over to the counter and sets it on the counter in front of Athena and says, I will look forward to our discussion at Ye Old Geyser at 2 p.m.
She says that to Athena or to us? Sorry.
All of you.
Oh.
All of you.
Okay.
So, what am I missing? Why? She's gone, right?
Yeah, she just left.
So,
all of you know when she
what am I missing?
leaves.
Why don't we want to meet at her house?
When she leaves, all of you get to roll an awareness check.
Okay.
5.
4.
Okay.
Um.
Everyone who noticed, you see her turn into the alley, not out of it.
So she's going. I passed too. She's going into the alley.
Correct.
The alleyway that Jacob turned into.
Correct.
Wait, he turns into alleyways now? Oh my god, how many things does he turn into?
Okay, so I will as quickly as I possibly can. Well, that was really good, and I was walking right over that line. I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to very quickly go shit, and Ryder, come with me, and then we're gonna go grab Jacob's stuff out of the alleyway.
Before I run out of the bloody pike, can I try and grab the mug that she was drinking out of? Is it still on the countertop?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can try. I'm gonna say you can try. I'm not gonna say you can.
Okay. What can I roll?
That would be an athletics check.
Okay. 9.
Okay. You snag this large, looks like handmade mug.
Nice.
Okay. Handmade mug. Okay.
Can I stop the delightful Miss, what was her name? Kitty, from rifling through Jacob's clothes?
Okay, so you walk out the door and you turn the same direction that they went, and you see nothing. No pile of clothes, no Miss Kitty.
Jacob's gonna kill me.
Because he's gonna be clothesless now.
It might be okay. Maybe he just stayed in his clothes. We don't know that he turned.
I can always buy him new clothes. We can just go to Walmart and get him like 60 pairs of jeans or whatever he needs.
Okay. Well, he did steal an old lady's rock, so maybe, it's his own darn fault for sneaking out. So let's go back to the group. I'm gonna go up to Alvin, and I'm gonna. I think the reason we don't want to meet like at her place is it's like she's gonna have an advantage over us because she's gonna know like. Well, I don't know. I just don't trust her yet. She's old.
Yeah.
And if she's a witch,
She's still got to
we don't.
meeting, right? So.
Sorry.
Is it fair enough? But she still got to pick where we were going to meet, so she could be saying something right now.
Right, but I don't know. I think that there's like a better chance to meet on like nobody's field as opposed to like her own field. We don't know all what she has hidden in her house.
It's true.
If you go to like another establishment.
It's like morning time, right?
Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock.
I think I want to go head over to the old geyser and just scout it out before we meet.
That's a good idea. We should
Someone wants
totally
to go with me.
Oh, yeah, I would actually like to go with you, if you don't mind, Mr. Alvin.
No, I don't mind.
Ladies.
Just keep up.
I will attempt to trip him with my walking stick.
What?
I'm sure I see that coming a mile away.
All right. So you guys are all heading to the bar?
I'd be down if everybody else is. I don't have to.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I don't suppose the bar is on the way to Walmart. Or Walmart
The bar is on the way to your hotel. It is not on the way to Walmart.
Should we go talk to Reginald too about Kitty, Blue, and the Circle 30? I mean, go ahead.
I have his number. We could call him.
Okay.
Because I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's staying.
Yes, you do.
Yes, we do. He's in Bob's place because Bob's not using it anymore. So,
Bob.
Because Bob's in a coma.
Unless he's on the 3rd floor.
Oh dear.
That's true. The odds of Bob. Let's see. What are the odds of Bob?
Oh no.
We would have seen Bob.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Bob is so far okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Yep.
I mean, we have what 4 to 6 hours. We can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be back at 2. So.
We should probably get there a little. Let's head over to. Let's take a nice little walk to that Walmart and get some clothes for Jacob, just in case they aren't kind enough to return them, and then we can head back over to the bar. We could show up maybe a bit early just to make sure that we can.
Jacob's
Shout
gonna
it
be
out.
lost his clothes.
Make a dog backpack so you can just put Jacob can just put the clothes on the back of the dog.
Well, sometimes he's a bird.
Yeah, that's a problem. That part's a problem.
Dog pack.
See if he's a wolf.
Yeah. We can certainly try it. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just be Spider-Man and web to a dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right. Walmart it is.
Okay.
Brooke, can you buy stinky clothes, Brooke? Like pre-stunk?
I can find a random patron in Walmart and have them wear it for a couple hours.
Ow.
Ew. All right.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
you go
you
to
just-
Walmart and
Do you mean just?
Ryder,
Meh.
Ed's not there.
He said that. The greeter.
Oh, he's dead.
Well, no, maybe not.
He's
There's
dead.
an old lady.
Put
Her
things in
name.
my coffee.
She's got a tag. Her name is Edna.
Ed and Edna? Okay.
Thought about that one a long time, huh, Brian?
I did. Long time.
Where's Ed?
Where is Ed?
Ed had
Ed's
a
dead,
medical
baby.
emergency
Ed's
overnight.
dead.
Wait,
I
what
didn't ask
emergency?
that. Excuse me, Edna? Edna, where's Ed?
Ed had a medical emergency. I am not aware of why Ed was not able to make this shift.
You should visit him in the hospital.
Did he call? Did he? Was it himself who called in sick today?
Ma'am, I don't know what your relationship is with Ed, but I honestly do not know.
Hey,
My uncle.
He's your uncle? Then you should be able to get in touch with him on your own. Don't you have his phone number?
No, I just lost my phone.
Oh,
I was
well,
coming
In
here.
her hand.
I was coming. I was coming here to talk to him about our lunch plans.
I have you seen it.
Do I have to
Um,
check or?
well, I'm really sorry. I don't have his personal information. I'm a stand-in, my dear. I'm really sorry. I am. I'm from Sinks Canyon, which is just a few miles, outside of town. But I was called in because Ed was unable to fulfill the duties of greeter.
real quick question, Brian. What was the name of the guy I slapped the temporary tattoo on when Brooke gave him a heart attack?
Oh, that was
Wait, what?
that was the guy at the house.
Yeah.
Peterson.
I
thought.
don't
would
know.
have
Was it?
Yeah, it was Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that was Peterson. Okay. Okay, just checking.
Okay.
Y'all, I am concerned for Ed. I think he got attacked in the graveyard last night. He said he was gonna go visit his wife, and he went to the graveyard at night despite my warnings.
So you want to go to the graveyard tonight, or what?
Or do you want to go and stop by the hospital? I'm not sure that stopping by the hospital is a great idea.
There was the
Yeah,
urgent.
I think. Yeah. Oh, it's the urgent care where he's at.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just saying he had to seek medical attention is what I heard.
Okay. Hmm. Well, I warned him. It's his own damn fault. Let's keep going.
We can go. We can go to the urgent care. Absolutely. So
Do we
let's
have
go.
time?
Heartless millennial. Oh,
Thank you, Edna. Thank you very much for your time. Let's go, buddy. We will go try to buy clothing for Jacob.
okay.
We can buy clothes. Yeah, let's buy clothes.
It's not hard. You know roughly what size he is, and are you going to buy him nice clothes, or are you just going to buy him like a suit of hunting garb, or over like a garage overalls kind of thing? What are you getting for him?
I can just buy him a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You have the black card. You can buy whatever you would like. So what are you buying? That's the question.
I will take one, please.
Oh dear.
One Walmart. Just kidding.
Oh.
I would just some
when I see-
coveralls. I don't know.
When I see her like going for suit jackets or whatever, I'm just going to randomly take them back out of the thing and just randomly put things that I think Jacob would like in there.
Okay.
Coveralls sounds great. Flannel probably, because I can't remember. It's March now, so flannel, something warm, and muted colors.
I'd get him like top branded attire, like some fashionista kind of stuff that he would never wear.
Fashionista overalls. I love it.
Which I will very gently pull out and replace with something with Carhartt on it, or like Dickies.
Dickies.
Dickies
Dickies,
is
that's
the
what it
barbecue
is.
place.
No, Dickies is also a shirt brand.
Yeah, I think it's Walmart's. Isn't it a Walmart anyway?
No. And
I like the idea of like a rubber duck print. This amuses me now. Just
I will
You should get him a
accidentally
dog collar.
KB's
You
gonna
know,
hate us.
when he transforms into a dire wolf.
I
I
will
don't think he
accidentally
would
let
like
the
that.
I will accidentally let the when I see the rubber ducky t-shirt, I'll just smile and let it go. Just leave it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some pajamas.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay. That sounds great. So I'm going to have each of you write down one thing that you put in the cart for Jacob, because I just find it amusing. So I think whatever that one thing happens to be, it's going to end up on Jacob's character sheet down the line, and he may light it on fire. But
God.
As we are wandering the aisles and shopping, the handmade mug that I stole, am I getting like any kind of like magical vibes off of it, or are there any markings or symbols, or
okay.
any alchemist residue?
Alchemist residue. Huh. All right. So are you doing this while you're wandering around Walmart, or are you doing this somewhere else?
Probably just as I'm walking down, like I'll be like looking at stuff, and then I'll be like, yeah. So on occasion, I'll take glances at it, but not like full on study, I guess.
Okay. Roll an awareness check. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, directly on 13.
All right. So you look at it in the light, and it on the surface looks just like a normal gray like clay baked in an urn. So it's a pottery that was custom made. But as you look closer and you like turn it, you can see there are all sorts of patterns that are like etched in the outside of the pottery that only barely catch the light when you like turn it just right. And you can see that they are the symbols of the matron, the mother, and the crone. Or the matron, the crone, and the maiden, whatever the three were.
Okay.
And they're all over, like repeated in variations all over the mug.
I'm gonna show it to Alvin, and I'm gonna be like, I don't think I should have stolen this. I try and point out the markings to him.
Okay, Alvin, what are you doing as she shows you the mug?
Yeah, nothing. I'm indifferent.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go up to Diana. I don't think I should have stolen this.
Ryder, why are you stealing mugs? Okay. Hold on.
It was from Kitty. I think she's she's
Listen, I
got
know-
magical connections.
Okay. I was about to give you a speech about how, like, I know after college, like, sometimes you got to make ends meet, but like, there's more lucrative ways than just stealing ceramics. But okay, yeah, you're right. You shouldn't steal to begin with, but now that we have it, what do you want to do about it?
I want to keep it.
Ryder, no.
Can
That's
I
the exact
please
opposite.
be observant of this? Please.
Sure, roll an awareness check.
I am actually, for once in my life.
You're actually aware?
I am actually aware it was a 9.
Okay, so you see them discussing the mug in like secret. You can see that Ryder goes to Alvin, and Alvin kind of brushes her off. Then she goes over to Diana, and Diana's like, and there's a discussion going on. And you can see that it's all about the mug. And you'd recognize the mug.
Yeah. What you got there, Ryder?
It's just a mug, John. It's okay. Don't worry, it's not from here.
May I see that mug for just a second?
And I kind of like hold it away from him. I'm just like,
You know my eyesight is not very good. You hand that over here right now, young lady. Or I will tell Miss Kitty you done stole her mug.
you're
Wait,
no fun. And I
That was
give
the
it
old
over
lady's
to
mug?
her. Yeah, she was drinking out of it at the Bloody Pie. Dina gave it to her.
Oh my gosh. You shouldn't steal from old ladies. That's like the worst, Ryder. That's like the worst thing you can do.
Is it?
It's right up there.
Is it really?
It's up there.
Oh my. All right. So you guys walk right past the Bloody Pie on your way back towards where are you going? So there was the bar, and there's the hotel, and there's the Bloody Pie, and the urgent care is the urgent care isn't far from Walmart.
Oh, let's go there. Let's go there and check on it. We should go to the urgent care and see if Ed is there.
I feel like Brian was giving Shannon every opportunity to have Ryder return that cup.
I would never force anything on anybody. I
Well,
like consequences.
I don't have it anymore. Now John has it. So I'm in the clear.
Keep it?
He took it from me. Sorry, I thought I heard something.
All right. So you guys are going to the urgent care?
Yeah.
Before I go in, can I put on my nurse costume again?
Where are you going to change? Are you just going to put it over what you got on?
Yeah, but I'll go into the alleyway first. So I'll put on the blonde wig and the scrubs again.
Okay.
Who has Aurora Taylor's ID card, actually? Does anybody
Who
know?
has what?
who has Aurora Taylor's ID card? She was one of the vampire people that we killed in the basement a couple episodes ago.
I thought you had it.
Oh, I do have it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna attach the ID to my my scrubs. Yep.
Okay.
Just to be clear, it's a hospital ID, not an urgent care ID. It might give
I'm a professional.
It might give away your that you don't belong there.
I'm a professional. It'll be fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you change clothes in the alley, and so far as you can tell, nobody cares.
Okay.
And you what?
Do I need to roll for disguise? KB, Jacob. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she signed in. I can see her little KB on there. All right, so you can roll your disguise. I like that idea. Did you put your scrubs on the right way? Did you make do your hair in a nurse-like manner? All that good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I got 3.
You are convincingly nursing. You're nursing it. All right. All right. So you guys wander to the urgent care, and the only two of you who were here before were Diana and Brooke. So are you guys going in?
Isn't this where we met? Was it Juan?
Juan, and wasn't it Tiffany behind the front desk?
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah.
The ditzy one who you signed all the signatures for on the paperwork, the insurance paperwork.
That's correct.
Oh yeah. She's gonna be so rich.
Right by. Just walk right by. Not even gonna pretend I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna walk right to the hotel.
Okay. So Ryder, you might be alone.
Okay.
You wander in, and there's this very bubbly young blonde girl behind the counter saying, "Well, hi, how can I help you today?"
Well, I'm just here for my shift, so I'm just gonna go on back. Thanks, though. Do I gotta sign in here or back there?
Excuse me? We have a full shift today. I don't think we need anybody. Are you a temp?
Yeah, I just got called in. You guys must be pretty busy.
I do all the calling in. I don't think I don't remember calling you.
Well, it's been a long day. Maybe you need some more coffee.
No, I just got a full cup over at Starbucks right over there across the street. It's very handy. It's right across the street.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. I'm pretty certain you called me.
Oh, what's your name?
Aurora Taylor.
Okay, she goes to her phone and starts scrolling through the display.
Love is a smoke weighed with the fume of sighs.
Okay.
Seeking to confuse her.
Okay. How many points?
2.
Okay.
Presence.
Roll.
12. Which is not a crit.
It's not a crit, but it's a success.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she is like on infinite scroll on the phone, like it never ends. So you can wander past at any point.
Okay. I would like to sneak past and then go look for a chart or something that would have, or a computer where I can look up Ed. Oh shoot, I don't know his last name.
Ed Walmart.
Yeah.
All right. So
Let's type into Facebook.
How big is the urgent care? Can I just start looking through doors?
There are like eight rooms. That's all there are.
Okay. Looking through rooms.
So let's see. All right. So in the first two are open. They're not occupied. The second two, one is closed and one is open. And there doesn't seem to be a clipboard by the door, but you can hear voices inside. And the fifth and sixth doors are closed, and they both have clipboards, and the seventh and eighth doors are both open with no clipboards.
I'll look at the clipboards first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like a 6-year-old patient, a 15-year-old patient, and a 40-year-old patient.
Those don't sound like Ed.
So the only other one that could be is the one that had the voices that was behind the closed door.
Can I try and listen in, like open the door like a smidge, and then try and listen in like stealthily?
Huh. Yeah, sure. I would like that. I'm going to say you're going to be at a disadvantage to open the door in a stealthy manner.
Okay. Is that enough?
This can't possibly go wrong.
No, it never does. Athletics at a disadvantage, you said?
Yep.
Oh, 8 and a 10. Yes.
All right, so you open it and crack the door, and you hear a Hispanic doctor speaking with an older patient saying, "Mr. Martins, you really need to stay home for a couple of days. That is a nasty wound, and whatever dog did that to you, you should really talk to the police department. I'm sure that our Plunkett PD would be happy to try and hunt that thing down because it left some nasty scars on that hand of yours."
Ed. Not that I know. That's I'm just.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Okay. So as you're walking down the hall, you hear the door open and close behind you. And Dr. Wan says, "Hey, who are you?"
Oh, I'm Nurse Aurora Taylor. I'm just doing my rounds. Have a good day.
Who?
Aurora Taylor. And then I'm just gonna keep going. I have patients to go check up on. Thank you.
All right. So he trips over his own feet, trying to run down the hallway towards you, and you make it out the door. Tiffany is still scrolling on the phone. Like, I think she's back in the year 1940. I'm not sure what year that thing scrolled back to, but
This is awesome. Yay.
Okay.
So you're not accosted on the way out.
Good.
Okay. Where were the rest of you? Because some of you, I guess, went back to the hotel.
What?
No, I'm out up front.
Well, no, I heard that Vikki said that Diana was marching past without stopping, and I think Brooke was
I
also.
probably would have followed Diana.
Yeah.
I would have followed Diana. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it would have been just John and Alvin waiting for you outside.
I went inside because I did.
Oh yeah, you cast. That's right.
I did cast a confusion.
So you were sitting in the waiting room, I guess. Okay. So do you wait for Ryder to storm out of the building, or do you? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And I won't follow immediately. I'll just wait for that to go by and wait for her to walk by, and then gently follow a minute or two later, just casually reading the probably for me a current Reader's Digest from 1995.
Right, exactly.
And then I'll check my watch like I'm wearing one, and be like, oh, I have to go, and then I'll walk out the door.
Okay. So you make it outside, and Alvin, you're outside the whole time?
I'm outside, yeah.
Okay.
I'm expecting
I think
roll up and bust Ryder trying to sneak into a urgent care.
Okay, so the three of you are outside. You, John, and Ryder are outside.
so. I think Ed's gonna be okay. Give me 1 second, and then I go back into the alleyway and de-disguise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and roll one more time. I just want to see if you got all the glue off of the wig.
No. I rolled a 19 and a 16.
Okay, so you have you had a hard time. You must have used the wrong glue on that wig because it's not coming off.
Oh
no! You might have to take a little time back in the hotel to de-wig yourself.
Okay. Do I get the scrubs off at least?
Yeah, you got the scrubs off.
Okay. I guess I'm blonde now.
All right. So you said Ed was okay. You think Ed's gonna be okay. So where are you guys going?
Should we go catch up with everybody else? Do you guys want to go check out the bar?
The bar?
I thought we wanted to see Reggie.
Oh, yeah.
Call Reginald. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sorry, Reginald. Yes, exactly, Mr. Alvin. Yeah, do you want to use one of your walkies that you never saw fit to give me to tell them that we're going to go to the WSO and see Bob, or where Bob would be and see Reggie instead?
Well, Reggie will be at the WSO headquarters, which is right by the bar, actually. Is it?
Yes, it's right by the bar. It's above the bar.
Yeah, it's like right next door. It was like a
It's above the bar.
Yeah, it was like a fire escape up to it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go grab the others and then go see Reggie and maybe get a little early lunch at that bar.
Yeah.
By the way, I do have the I have placed her I have placed the mug back in my backpack.
Okay. Funny enough, I believe the only person who's been into that bar is Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, this will be new for all of you. Isn't that fun? All right. So you guys go back to the hotel. Are you going to try and de-wig yourself again?
Nah, I'll be blonde.
You're gonna be blonde. All right.
Yeah.
You find your companions happen to be freshening up. Brooke, your friend is in your room just jabbering away. Are you going to be on headphones the whole time?
No, I think I'm building up a rapport that I guess I'm kind of considering her my friend at this point.
Okay. Okay, I like it. So you guys have a lovely chat. Diana, what do you do when you get back to the room?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and we're going to be going into a potential hotspot again. And last time I went into a potential hotspot, I got banged up a little bit. So I'm going to take that tattoo design I worked on last night, and I'm going to take out my little tattoo pen, my little cartridge pen. You know, you don't need too much to get it set up and all that. Plug it in, get a little bit of ink, and do the outline of it, and make a protection tattoo with magic.
Okay, I like it. So that's probably going to take what? How long do you think?
For line work, no more than half an hour.
Okay.
Just like if I'm just getting it started, then yeah.
All right. I'll say you have just right about a half hour. So
okay.
Because they weren't gone too long at urgent care. It probably took longer to get into and out of costume than it was to be in the urgent care. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So you find everybody available. Are you going to chat in somebody's room or call Reggie, or are you going to go to see Reggie on the way to the bar, or are you just heading to the bar?
What time is it?
Let's say 10 o'clock, 10:30.
I'm just gonna sit down in the lobby and pull out Shakespeare, and try and read for about an hour.
Okay.
I'll read for as long as they'll let me, but I'd like to read for about an hour.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? Sorry, excuse me.
I guess I'd head down to the bar myself.
Okay. Alvin?
I'm thinking. So we're not calling Reginald yet. We're gonna go see Reginald instead. That's what we decided.
We could call him if you want to. I have his number. Do you want to call him?
Yeah, let's try giving him a call.
Okay, let's call. Boop, beep, 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 beep.
Okay. So, are you calling him from one of your rooms, or from the lobby, or from the street?
Oh,
Remember that there's also not really good cell phone signal anywhere.
I don't know. Should we call him from like your room phone, Alvin?
Sure.
Okay. You
John,
go ahead.
you want to be there for the call?
What are you planning on asking, Reginald?
What he knows about Kitty, Baloo.
Okay.
No, we're gonna meet up with her. Should we expect any trouble?
Okay.
He didn't tell Baloo to begin with.
All right. So you ring him up, and funny enough, he answers. Says, "Hello, Reginald, at your service. How may I help?"
You want to take this one, right?
No,
Hello?
Alvin, you're the one who wanted to ask us
Hello?
questions. Hi, Reggie. It's Ryder. One second. Alvin wants to talk to you. Here he is.
Is there a speaker function on this one?
This phone is probably from the 1980s, so I'm going to say probably not.
Okay.
I'll
Hey,
just
Reginald,
so that we both
it's
can
Alvin.
You guys are getting close to the phone. Funny enough, on my screen, you guys are head to head, so it is sort of perfect. Oh dear.
Hi, Brooke.
Zoom.
Hey, Reginald.
I see.
We met up with Kitty Baloo today. You know anything about her?
I know she's been in town a very long time. Not as long as Rachel Harris, funny enough.
Is she part of the circle?
You'd have to ask her.
Oh man, Reginald.
I don't. I haven't never really gotten in with the circle all that well. They treat me as an outsider quite a bit, and I like it that way. So I would be careful around them.
So we are supposed to meet up with them later on at the old geyser.
Oh,
you thinking we should expect some trouble?
No, that's a neutral place. I mean, extremely neutral. You won't be able to use any magic in there.
What?
Yeah, what?
What?
Wait, I'm not even there, but you hear in the background, what?
What's going on?
It's evolving.
It's a true neutral place for all beings, meaning you cannot use any of your magical or otherwise semi-magical abilities while you are in the premises.
Good thing guns don't take magic.
Yeah, I wouldn't pull out a gun there either, but the old guy who runs it, Dan, he's got a pretty well-stocked armory behind the counter from what I remember.
Does he have any employees that you know of, or do we only have to keep an eye on Dan?
I've been in there multiple times. I've never seen another soul working the bar.
Okay.
It is a hole in the wall.
Sounds like it.
But the hole in the wall has been there for a very, very long time. Like
Okay,
it was moved from Old Plunkett, board by board, and recreated in new.
So,
Okay.
do you know anything about who else we might be meeting there? Who does Kitty Baloo hang out with?
There aren't many of them left.
Are you vegan, Gilbert?
I didn't.
You gotta come with us.
It wasn't me.
Nope.
You know, all right, keep your shit. You still have your self-esteem.
That's entertaining.
I don't know who that is.
That's Tegan. Can you hear?
I could hear her, yeah.
That's okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Vikki's muted, funny enough.
Oh, well,
So-
yes. Okay. All right.
All right.
So-
Thanks for the heads up, Reggie. Reginald.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reginald.
You bet.
When
luck.
you say that, wait, Reggie, don't hang up on me.
Yes, Mr. Ryder.
Um,
What's the yeah?
When you say that we got to be careful around them, like, are they deceptive or are they like?
No, they are very good negotiators.
Oh.
So we've read a lot about the Fae being very specific as to the words that are chosen. So I would kind of be on your behavior around the witches as well, because they may interpret your words differently than you want them interpreted. Occasionally, witches are crafty.
Witches are crafty.
How do they feel about their stuff being stolen?
I'm playing my turn.
Why? Why would you ask that question, Ryder?
Just asking for a friend. Friends, actually.
I have known people who have stolen from witches in the past. The stories never end well.
What if like one of them was an accident? Like they didn't mean to steal, they just thought that they were collecting stones that didn't have magical purpose.
Accidental theft is one thing, deliberate theft is another.
Okay, thanks, Reggie. Okay. Here, Alvin, you can finish this call. I need to go talk to John. And I'm gonna go find John.
He's down in the lobby. It should be fun. Alvin, do you have any other questions?
No, thanks, Reginald.
All right. Good luck. Let me know how the meeting goes.
Will do. So I want to huddle everyone before our meeting and give them a heads up on not conducting any tomfoolery when we're with the witches, as some are prone to do.
Tomfoolery. None of them are named Tom. And
Looking in your general direction, Brooke.
Yeah, go on.
So I follow Ryder down. Actually, I try and gather everyone to meet in the lobby.
Okay.
Stop yawning, Brian.
I know. I'm sorry. It's
It's
been a long day.
infectious.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll turn off my screen. It's been a long day. It's been a good day, but a long day. All right. So you gather everybody and meet down in the lobby. And your friend John is reading in a book. John, I'm going to say you might have gotten a half hour out of that.
That's okay. I got 12 points out of that half hour, two
Wow.
sixes. So
That's a nice roll.
it is a nice roll.
Okay. So you see the crowd come down the stairs in your direction.
I would like to inwardly sigh and roll to avoid it. Roll to avoid it being external, please.
Okay. That would be a
fail.
presence check.
I fail.
Okay.
I didn't even
good.
roll, but yeah,
Okay.
We'll try. Oh, I actually succeed.
Okay. So you stifle the sigh and the sidelong glance.
John, what are you reading? Hey, can I have that mug back, please?
I'm. Which of those questions do you want me to answer, young lady?
Give me the mug, please.
I'm reading Hamlet. I'm in Act 1, Scene 1, right when
That's
they're
with the
talking about
ghost,
the
right?
ghosts. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I just thought that it might come in handy for later. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was thinking
you know
about
what
reading
else?
Macbeth. We should. Have you read Macbeth? We could get involved in a nice conversation about Macbeth. Do you remember that?
Give me the fucking mug. Please.
Whoa.
Please, can I have the mug?
All right. And I reach behind me and I grab one of the coffee mugs on the table beside me, and I hand her one of the hotel mugs.
No, I need the actual mug. This is a matter of life and death, and bad scars on arms, oozy blackness kind of stuff. So can you please just give me that mug back, please?
I will hand her the mug.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go run it over to the bloody pie as quick as I can.
All right, so I'm gonna ask this: are you going to quietly and stealthily slide it onto the counter, or are you going to actually give it to Athena?
I don't want to be stealthy about it, but I don't also want to give it right to her. Can I just run up to the bar, put it down, and then run back out? Is that an option? Not call extra attention to myself? But
Ryder, did you need something?
No, thank you. Love you, bye.
You're making a habit of running into and out of places, the urgent care, the bloody pie, the hospital. You ran into that too.
You should have gone in and ordered something and said, hey, by the way, I found this mug over on the table.
Thanks for coming with me, Alvin, but you didn't, so.
Ran.
I am not a planner. Wait,
clearly.
She recognized me. I had a blonde wig on.
Yeah. Yep. And she rolled a 3 on her awareness check.
Oh, jeez.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, you are screwed. Okay. Anyways, so back at the hotel.
Yeah, back at the hotel in the lobby.
So, hey, guys, I wanted to gather everyone together. I just talked to Reggie. I think there's a couple of things we need to know before we go into this meeting with Kitty and her friends. First of all, there's not going to be any magic inside the old geyser. It's protected somehow from us using our magic there. But the good thing is they won't get to use magic against us either.
I beg your pardon?
That's what I said.
Can you hear me, John?
Yeah, I heard you just fine, but you must be stuttering because what do you mean no magic inside the old geyser?
Yeah, just that. Reginald said none of our magic is going to be effective inside of the old geyser. It's a neutral meeting ground, I guess. A safe place for all parties is my assumption.
Nah, that makes sense.
So the good thing is I'll take my guns with me. But speaking of guns, Dan has a full armory of guns behind the bar. So I think we just need to all be on our best behavior. Reginald also warned against being careless with our words. We have to be very deliberate and careful because it would seem that witches take offense pretty easily. So I'm assuming they're witches still.
Yeah, I mean, we should just be polite regardless of who we're talking to, right? Why rock the boat?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I should wait outside the bar, because if Rachel Harris is there, she might not be as friendly.
What's the story? Rachel and Ryder?
She just doesn't like me, and I don't know why.
Oh, is this the older lady who doesn't like you because you're young? Like John?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not like I did anything, like break into her house or anything. Which I really didn't. That was somebody else in the group.
It was somebody else in the group.
It was. But regardless, she and I just didn't get off on the right foot, and she was standoffish towards me, and...
All right.
So wait, I just for future reference, if I ever want you to scare me, if I ever just don't want to talk to you, I should be standoffish to you? Is that how one repels you? I mean, because I've not known you to be that weak-willed that you would be turned off by someone throwing you a little side eye.
Well, she didn't just throw side eye at me. She did so much more. She said so much more. You were there.
I was?
Okay, fine. I'll go inside. inside.
I think it would be good to have someone outside.
Not her.
So what is our game plan going into this thing? It sounds like they want to negotiate some kind of a deal. They give us information. What could they possibly want from us?
Eternal servitude, eternal safety, as an oath that we would never speak to them again, that we would never cause them any harm, a promise that this is a neutral territory and that we will never do anything to harm them, thereby making us ineffective, perhaps, against the vampires, swearing us to kill the vampires, all the vampires, regardless of the cost of personal life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's just what I can come off the top of my head right now.
I personally don't want to turn into a newt, so.
Quiche recipe. I keep hearing about this quiche, and maybe that would be helpful.
If I made them a quiche?
Or just give them the recipe. I mean, like, you know, old ladies like baking, stereotypically.
That's true. That's true. But if we can't use magic there, I don't know if the quiche would just become a normal quiche.
No, I think it's a trading. You mean as a tit for tat?
I would think that my character is kind of excited for this because that means all the noise would stop, huh?
It very much could, yeah.
So, how close are we to the old geyser in terms of walking distance?
Oh gosh,
like 5 minutes from the hotel.
Okay. So I'm gonna put 1 point of light into a coin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take 10 minutes to walk over to the bar. Kidding. Take the 5 minutes to walk over to the bar, walk in, and just watch my coin.
Okay. So as soon as you pass, so who goes first into the door? Let me ask that question.
It's me alone. I'm sorry, unless somebody was coming with me.
I think he's still just casing it right now.
Yep, I was just wandering in. I'm basically trying to find out, like.
So wait, before he leaves, I stop him. Like, we're gonna go case the joint together. We know that, right? But what's the plan? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm holding this lit coin. I'm just trying to find out where the magic stops, and see if something. Have I figured out about the quiche by this point? Because they keep bringing it up.
Yep.
Great.
You could probably do an education check.
Great. At advantage?
You don't really have any alchemy. You've seen her do her stuff. Experience-wise, sure, I'll give you an advantage. You've seen Ryder do enough alchemy on the fly to know kind of what she does.
Yeah. How about a critical success? A 15?
Of course.
There might have been something in that their quiche. Yeah.
So if we're going to talk about giving them a quiche, we should probably find out if it'll work past the door or she'd just be wasting her time.
I don't think we're talking about giving them a quiche. We're talking about giving them the recipe for the quiche.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood Miss Pitts. Then my apologies, Diana.
Am I mistaken, Diana?
No. I was gonna say recipe because just recipe.
Okay, let's go case the joint. Let's test the magic. Let's come back here and formulate a plan.
Are we all gonna go case the joint together?
Sure. I mean, we probably shouldn't make it so obvious. We should order a round or something, or like John said, let's get an early lunch or something.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for all of you to, pull out your cameras and be tourists for the day and just like snap pictures of everything as you wander past, going, ooh, ah.
I do.
Oh, we're
I
trying to
have my
like cast like a
camera.
spell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I need to refresh my light?
No, your light is still lit.
Great.
Okay, so let's all go case the joint.
Casing the joint.
This little
And
firefly.
Can I take a picture of the bar with my old timey camera, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks beautiful.
Cool. I'm
So-
on shot 21. You said that there were 24 total. Sorry.
Yep.
Can you describe it? I don't know. I guess you guys have been here before, but I haven't.
So this is an old building in town, all brick. The stairs go down into the bar, and it is just called Ye Old Geyser. There's this really old-timey lettered sign over the door. There are no windows that you can see, and there's nothing outside beyond. There is the alley that the stairs go up to WHO headquarters, and it's where Jacob has left his backpack a few times. And yeah, that's really about it. So there's not much to describe because it is a really old building with very little out front to show it off.
And is there only one door? Or, excuse me, yeah, one door in and out?
There's only one door on the front. You want to wander around down the alley to see if there's another door?
Yeah, I'm not going to go in yet. I'm going to walk around.
Okay. So you do find a side entrance down the alley. It looks like a pretty significant door. Like perhaps it's locked pretty securely from the inside.
Steel door, wooden door?
Probably wood with steel bands and heavy lock.
Okay. And no windows anywhere in the joint?
No windows anywhere in the joint.
All right. Did you guys make your way in? I'll join.
No, I think we saw you in wandering around and just kind of stopped to have a conversation outside the front door. I don't know.
Okay.
Totally.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
I would probably just try and sneak a picture of John, like just standing all grumbly in front of the bar. Just
in front of the sign that said "old." Nice.
Yeah, the old geyser.
Ye old guy is here.
Ye old guy.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So let's go in.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's like only like 11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am watching my light.
Yeah. I'll lead the way, I guess.
All right. So
Since you
everybody who steps in the door gets to roll an awareness check.
Ooh. Love this dice tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
2.
Okay.
Success. Barely.
Success.
Okay. Diana?
I got a 12 out of 13, so success.
Beautiful. All right, so you all have this weird feeling, like, you know how it's eerie when you're in a house and the air conditioning is on, and then suddenly the air conditioning just cuts out. So there's like there's no roar or vibration or sound. It just feels like there's something missing. Well, you've never really noticed that magic kind of has that same feeling, like it's in the world around you at all times, and suddenly it's just not, which is eerie and off-putting. And John, your coin just goes out.
Do I see anything?
At the threshold?
Yes, as you cross, it just disappears. The magic disappears. The coin is still fine, but
I'd like to turn around and walk back outside.
okay.
Is the light back on?
The coin is not on.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I'll go back inside.
Do I notice anything?
You notice that there are no ghosts inside. Not one.
So I make a very audible, like, sound.
Okay. So there's this old bald guy behind the counter rubbing a glass. I'm not going to say that he's cleaning it. I'm just going to say he's rubbing it. It could be the same rag that he's been using for the last 30 years. You don't know, but he's just rubbing a glass idly.
Hi.
Do you guys
Hey.
him?
What was that?
Does anyone know him?
Mm-mm.
Have you guys been?
Jacob's the only one who's been here.
No, Jacob's the only one who came in. So there are two people on bar stools. One female, one male, both probably middle-aged. There's the bald guy behind the counter. And then there's a bunch of tables kind of scattered, filling a space that's maybe, I don't know, 20 feet across total, including the bar, and then maybe 25 feet the other direction. So it's not very big.
Okay.
There are nobody sitting at the tables. There's just the guy behind the bar and the two bartenders.
I asked the guy behind the bar, is it okay if we just sit anywhere?
Yes. Enjoy the seating.
Okay. Guys, shall we grab a table?
Sure. I'll sit with my back to the bartender or the guy rubbing the glass.
Okay.
We pick nearest
You all
table.
sitting around the same table?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. It takes him about 5 minutes, and he eventually wanders over with a piece of paper, and he says, "What do you want?"
I'll are there any menus on the table or
Nope.
nope?
Drug.
I'll take a beer.
Okay.
Your finest scotch, please. The whole bottle.
Wow. Can I see an ID, please?
Wait, you don't know who I am?
No. Who are you?
God damn it, why doesn't anyone know who I am?
Well,
She seems
mostly
to
I
have forgot-
spend a lot of time in this cave. Do you see a TV anywhere in here? I'm guessing
No.
you're famous, right? Are you on the news a lot? You look like a
No.
newscaster.
Hi, Brooke Page from Turn the Page with Brooke Page. 90s child star. I was like the biggest at the 90s, no big deal.
Can I see your ID, please?
He just wants to confirm it's you, Brooke. He just can't believe his luck that he would be in the same room as you. So that's why he's asking to see, because he just doesn't believe his luck.
That makes a whole lot of sense. And here's my ID.
Okay. He looks at it. How are you intending to pay for my finest scotch?
Let me hold up a lot of Benjis. You know what I mean.
Okay. He gives you back your ID.
Famous dog star of the 70s, Benji.
Benji. Yeah.
Aww.
Okay. Beer, scotch. Do you want glasses with your scotch, Miss?
Yes.
Miss Page.
And I ask around the room at the others and ask if they want glasses.
I'll be okay with that. Thank you, though.
No thanks, Brooke.
The guy raises his hand at the counter.
Okay, I will take 12. 12 glasses, please.
Wow. All right. Oh, okay. What else? Who bar, beer, scotch with a shit ton of glasses. You, I need to see an ID from you, young lady.
Huh?
I need an ID from you.
Oh, okay, here.
You're too young to be in here.
That's not true. I'm old enough to drink, and I present my ID.
All right. I don't agree, but okay. What do you want to drink?
Well, if you don't agree, can I just get a water, please?
No.
Can I get a soda?
Only if it
Can
has
I get-
scotch in it.
Okay, I will get a. No, what? You don't mix scotch and soda. I'll
Yeah, you
I'll
do.
take a. I'll take a beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Okay. You, sir?
Which
Alvin.
sir? You...
Alvin.
I'll take a beer, but I'm not drinking it.
Beer.
Why
And-
didn't
and-
you ask for his ID?
And you, sir?
Coffee, please.
Nope. Sorry, that's down the street.
John, you don't learn, do you?
No, just coffee. That's all I need right now. Thank you.
I don't have any. Sorry.
All right, I got that.
This is a bar.
Yeah, I got that.
Haven't you ever heard of Irish coffee?
Yes. Can't stand this stuff. Don't serve it.
All right.
Me personally, I drink it all the time. My bartender does not. I don't know why. He's not Irish.
Mm.
All right. I'm actually just gonna. I'd like to have some of her coffee or some of her scotch, if that's all right. So, a water back would be great, please. Thank you very much.
Scotch it is. Okay. All right. So he wanders back to the bar, and he comes back with a large bottle of scotch. Looks like it's let's just. It is a 24-year-old bottle.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
What is this place doing with a 24-year-old? What is it? McAllen? Not Gary
Yeah.
McAllen. Not McAllen.
Yeah, it's McAllen.
Lies, filth, and lies.
Okay. He puts it on the table and he starts bringing one glass at a time.
Oh my God. I will double your tip if you make it snappy.
So he brings a glass while snapping the other fingers.
Oh my god, I love this guy.
I will take an alligator soup, please, and make it snappy.
Okay.
This is the kind of waiter I give like a $40 tip on a $10 bill. I love this shit.
Eventually, you all get your beers and your scotch with 12 glasses. And the guy who raised his hand at the bar, saying that he would like a glass as well, he comes over and he looks at you expectantly. He looks like he's probably a little younger than John, but there are lines in his face that go back probably 30 years.
Oh, he's probably at least 80 or 90, is what you're saying?
I'm saying his bodily age is probably older than John, but his actual age is probably only 50. So he's been around the bend a few times, and on benders more than a few times.
I pour him one of the glasses.
He says, "Thank
Two
you."
fingers.
Okay. Everybody can roll an awareness check when he gets there.
One. I rolled a 1. I'm critically aware.
Okay, so you notice that he's wearing a beanie, like a knit cap kind of beanie, and he's got pointed ears sticking out from under the cap.
I wish I noticed that, but no, I did not.
Saves. I'm too engrossed with this nasty beer.
Oh no, it's not nasty.
No, I'm just staring at it. Just
Okay, it looks really good.
not to Ryder. It doesn't.
Okay.
Or are you saying that it's making me want to drink it?
No, I'm gonna say that
Oh.
it just anybody who tastes it will enjoy it. Is what I'm trying to say.
So whoever's sitting next to me, I nudge them and point to his head subtly, not obviously.
How are you gonna subtly point across the room at a guy's head?
Oh, he came over to.
Do you get XM radio with
He
those
did,
things?
and then he wandered back. You
Oh,
noticed?
in that case, it's even easier if his back's to me, right?
Yeah.
So I do one of these. I do like this, and then I'm like that. There.
Alvin has dirty ears. That's what I got out of that.
But you're not the one that received it. So how did Ryder receive it, or John, or not Brooke? Maybe
Diana. Yeah.
Who are you signaling to? Who are
Well,
you doing that?
next to me. Pick whoever who has the layout of the room. Just pick someone.
I didn't assign seats, so yeah.
It's 2. It's Brooke. Shit. What do you do with that information, Miss Brooke?
Well, I would probably say something like, "Hey, were you on the set of Lord of the Rings?"
Across the room.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is why I didn't want it to be Brooke.
Okay. He turns around, knocks back the scotch, and smiles a big grin that seems to have a few extra teeth.
Ooh, goodness.
And then turns back around and nurses whatever he has in front of him.
This really doesn't faze me. I work with these people.
These people?
Oh my.
These people. Okay. All right. So he doesn't come back. Does anybody try their beer?
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not.
Okay. So the beer is probably the best beer you've ever tasted. And it is the weirdest place in the world to find the best beer you've ever tasted. That is disconcerting.
I'm just gonna follow that up, asking people who aren't drinking their beer if they're gonna finish that, and if they aren't, I'm gonna take it.
Here you go, Diana. You can have mine.
Heck yeah, Ryder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a drunk Diana. I love it. All right. So how long are you gonna wait? Are you looking around the room while you're waiting?
Yeah, sure.
Are you just hanging out? What's your plan? You're just sitting here at a table, not nursing a beer, apparently.
Is
Do
there
you want to ask questions?
No, I think we got our answer, and apparently this place doesn't serve food, so I think we're pretty cool. Coming back in a while. Is anybody feeling a little peckish?
Maybe.
What else do we need to do? You all talk to Reggie, right?
Yeah. It seems like Ed got attacked in the graveyard by a dog. I don't think it was Jacob, but that's all I have to tell the group. But, well, I think it was Ed. I didn't actually see him, but I'm assuming it's him.
All right.
So the door opens to the bar, and a very short individual comes in and sits at the bar, and you all get to roll an awareness check.
A very short individual? Oh gosh, I hope I made it.
Pass.
15. I think I failed.
Critical.
Hold on,
Oh, no, not critical. I'm sorry, I succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
I
critical.
also succeed.
I failed.
So tell me, what does this short person look like?
Well, it's not the
Hairy
short
feet?
person that you notice. It's the thing on the wall that flashes when the short person walks in.
What is the thing on the wall that flashed?
Yeah.
A runic symbol.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I have knowledge of symbols. Can I take a guess at what it might be?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Education at an advantage.
Nice. Yeah, that's a pass.
So you believe you saw this rune in one of your books that essentially is, it's usually used in circles, it's like circle magic, where you block magic from going into or out of a particular circle.
Oh. Okay, so can I infer that maybe that guy walking in, sitting down, he had something magic on him and it just got shut down?
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry, I started the yawning, Shannon.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just tired. Not from this, just tired.
We'll wrap up soon.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Oh.
I know, but it's already like 9:40, so we'll wrap up soon anyway.
Okay.
All right. So there's a whole bottle of scotch pretty much just sitting there with 12 glasses. Pardon me, 11 glasses.
10, because I took one too. So
Okay, 10 glasses. What are you doing with that and the 2 other beers? Well, never mind. Diana's drinking the other beers.
If you'd like, I could sit here, wait, make sure that the place is okay, keep a table, while y'all get some food. That's
So, hey, I grab a couple of the empty glasses and I walk back to the bar, but I want to walk to the edge, like where he walks around, so that I can see. I'm trying to peek behind the bar and see what's back there.
Roll an awareness check.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I used all my good rolls. 18. I missed.
At least it's not 20.
You're pretty sure that he has a bundle of sticks behind the bar.
Okay. And as I approach the bar, I just say, sorry, we didn't need these glasses after all. So it wasn't obvious what I was trying to do.
Why did Miss Page ask for that number of glasses, do you think?
I sometimes she gets confused.
So
I guess.
can you tell me one fella to another? So you're traveling with an odd group here. What's your story?
Is that
No.
you mean?
No, I'm talking about the bartender.
No, when he says that to me, I say that to him.
Oh no, I'm talking about the rest of your group. It's an interesting mix.
Yeah. I like to travel in strange company.
Do you know? Plunkett's full of strange company.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. How long you been in town?
Oh, forever. Seems I've been here since about the time the bar moved.
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name's Alvin. You are?
I am Old Man Dan. You can just call me Old, or you can call me Dan. Don't call me Man.
Nice to meet you, Dan. So you get a lot of folks in the bar?
We get all kinds.
Anything strange happening around town?
Have you been in Plunkett long?
Just a couple of days.
Oh, well then maybe you haven't seen anything strange yet. You will.
What do you mean? What kind of strangeness should I expect to see?
Well, have you called the supernatural hotline?
No, wasn't aware of one.
Oh,
awkward.
WHO, they have this supernatural hotline. We call it the shit line. And they get calls all the time. Bob used to have me up in his office listening to some of those crackpots. There's apparently Bigfoot, ghosts, a chupacabra, maybe some werewolves, and I swear somebody mentioned aliens.
How about vampires?
Huh.
Anyone mention any vampires? Because I was at the Walmart and I thought I heard some folks talking about vampires. I thought that's crazy.
Really? Vampires? Huh.
You ever
I've
hear
been
about
here a
witches?
long time. I haven't heard anybody mention vampires in feels like 100 years.
How about witches?
Oh yeah, witches all the time.
Me being a visitor to the town, any advice you'd offer me?
Avoid Starbucks. They employ witches.
They do.
Got it. All right. Nice to meet you, Dan. Thanks. And I head back to the table.
Okay.
So under my breath, I ask, Ryder's on one, or excuse me, Brooke's on one side. Who's on my other?
I don't know. Roll, figure it out.
Okay.
Would you sit next to John?
It looks like it's Diana.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Diana, under my breath. Did you notice the ears on that guy?
Yeah, actually, I did. It's not polite to stare. He's, probably just got some body mods, Pretty common. Get some implants, that sort of thing. People do it all the time.
I love it.
All right. You guys all finished up here? Should we head back to the hotel?
Yeah. I got nothing else to do here.
Okay.
Right. Brooke, did you settle your tab?
Yeah, I would have. And I'm also gonna leave him the rest of the bottle of the scotch. I probably had like 2 glasses worth.
So you bought the bottle and then you left the bottle? Are you coming back later?
I'm a rock star. No, I left it for ears over there.
I was planning on staying here.
Boss move.
Okay.
Could I actually go up to the bar and with my camera just be like, hey, I'm taking pictures of our visit here. Can I take a picture of your bar?
Instagram?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have an Instagram.
You're carrying your old timey camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. Do you want to be in the picture? I have a blog.
No, I'm
okay.
good. Thanks.
Okay. Can I take 2 pictures actually?
Sure.
Okay. Can one of them be of the doorway?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna take a picture of the doorway and one of the bar.
Okay. Does that finish off your roll?
Yes, it does. And it's gonna go.
Okay.
Yep. 24. Bar entrance.
And I believe that Bob told you that there is a place to get it developed in town.
Okay. Do you know where I could get this developed? You know this town better than I do, I'm sure.
Yeah. Head over to go over to the pharmacy. Old Harris over there. He's I think he still can develop those old fangled cameras.
Harris, you said?
Yeah, Bill Harris.
Is he related to?
He and his wife Wilma run the pharmacy over there.
Are they related to Rachel Harris at all?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't keep track.
All right.
They don't come in very much. I'm in there more than they're in here, which is never.
Okay. Old Harris at the pharmacy. Okay. Thanks. Do you want to see a picture of my dog?
No, but thank you.
You bet. And I whip it out and I show it to him anyway. They're like, thank you for letting us hang out here.
He nods.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going to head out. The guy with ears is very appreciative of the bottle of 24-year-old scotch.
Well, Vikki did say Diana did say that she wasn't leaving yet.
Yeah. And there were still 2 beers in front of Diana because nobody else was drinking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. And just keep an eye on the place and hang out and keep the table for later. Just
Do you
easy
want
day.
company Or
No, it's
You want-
okay.
do you have a walkie-talkie so that you can like call us if anything
mean-
happens?
Yeah, sure. I'll take one if someone's got one extra. That
I will
makes
hand
sense.
her the one that I barely know how to use.
Cool.
Okay.
Walkie-talkie, get.
Cool.
All right. So Diana, stay in. The rest of you are going.
Should I stay or should I go?
Well, if you stay, there will be trouble.
But if you
Oh,
go,
it
there
might
might
be
be
double.
double.
Yeah. Mhm. It's fun to
The
say in a
rest of us are
vampire
going.
accent, by the way. If you go, it might be double. It's a
If
very
you-
fun song to say in a bad accent.
Hey guys, this is the silliness I'm talking about. We can't do any of this later.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm totally serious.
Alright, shake my head.
What?
Shake my head. SMH.
What else do we need? What else do we need to do before we, like? Do we need to grab? Anybody want some food before we meet with these witches? Or all right,
Yeah.
to the bloody pie.
That's
again.
a bloody pie, right?
Sure. Diana, are
Yeah.
you sure you don't want to come with us to the Bloody Pie?
This beer is really good, and I'd hate to see it go to waste.
You could chug it.
That sounds like a bad idea. I think it's fine. It's fine. I got this.
Do you want us to bring you something from the pie?
If they've got any more of that strawberry rhubarb, that would be fantastic.
All right, you bet.
Okie dokie.
We walk
All right.
across the street to the pie.
Yeah, you don't have to go far. You go down the street just a skosh. All right.
Athena, before I forget, can I have a strawberry rhubarb or two to go, please?
Of course. I'll have it for you.
Thank you.
Is
Go for it, Alvin.
do I notice a cup on the shelf on the counter?
Cup is gone.
Okay. Order lunch.
Okay.
Whatever lunch type food they have.
They have a meatloaf sandwich special.
That sounds great. Add that, please, Athena.
Of course. Anybody else?
Probably just a coffee for me.
Eating light again?
Yo, I gotta keep up my actress figure.
Would you like some sugar packets?
No, I like my coffee black, like I like my. Never mind.
Like I like my soul.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
My
Okay.
mascara. Okay.
You guys going to discuss anything special while you're at lunch?
Yeah, we got a game plan. So, anyone notice the guy with the weird ears in your guy?
I'm pretty sure I worked with him once.
I'm not certain he was human, is what I'm saying, guys.
He looked human to me.
Really?
Ears and the extra teeth kind of made me think he was.
Actually, I didn't see him at all, so I really actually couldn't say that.
And what
I
about
didn't
the
notice anything.
was the short guy just a short guy?
Nobody
They
ever really
just
got a
out.
good look. So
Has anyone here seen Lord of the Rings?
I
Yeah.
read the. Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic cartoon. It was one of my favorite things. I loved it. It was a little trippy for me, but I thought it was quite well done.
Of all
Ralph Bakshi.
things, I'm surprised that you've seen that.
Well, it's from the 1970s. What do you expect?
The Hobbit?
Yeah.
The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings were both done by Ralph Bakshi.
Ralph
And they gave me
Bakshi
a terrible
did
neighbor.
Fellowship of the Ring. and then Rankin Bass did the other two, I think,
Yeah,
if I recall correctly.
you might be right. I may be crazy.
Because The Hobbit had all the singing, and then the Return of the King had all the singing, but Ralph Bakshi's one just had terrifying rotoscope.
It was like it was trippy. Yes. I'm still working my way through Wizards, which is also Ralph Bakshi. Anyway.
Oh my, that movie.
It's weird. All right, so
Call it here,
all right.
V?
Huh?
We want to call it here?
Yeah, we can call it here. That's fine. At lunch.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
We gotta figure out what we want to do in our conversation with the witches, what our objective is, and maybe kind of level set what we're willing to do in return.
Well, and you guys can chat about that on the chat if you want to.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you very much for the game, and thank you everyone for being here. It was cool.
So one more game?
Yeah.
Next week.
That sucks. Okay, we'll make it spectacular.
Don't worry, you're gonna have a fun meeting with the witches.
Someone's dying.
Nobody's dying.
Bruh.
That I know about.
Come on, you.
Yet.
Bad guys are dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's bad guys. We're gonna whoop some witch ass.
Probably gonna be you for buying Jacob fancy clothes.
That's true.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Also true.
All right, I'm stopping the recording.